So guys, I'm back for part 2 of Final Fantasy XIII. Hopefully I don't have to go back through some configuration steps to fix any kind of audio for the voices in this game this time. Last time I just got unlucky, but hopefully this time we won't have the same problem, as I haven't changed any configurations on my computer since then, so hopefully a non-issue, y'all. Again, this is going to be just casual play of Final Fantasy XIII. This is going to be the second part. We're going to start right back where I left off last time. Here in a second, I'm about to pull up the save file. But yeah, I'm just going to have a good time. Just where I left off, Lake Brescia, right at the first save point as soon as we got down there. So this game always gives you a little bit of a catch up on what's gone on. After being caught in the destruction of the Vestiges, the group awakens directly under the hanging edge on the expanse of a solidified Lake Brescia. And after effect, blah 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 blah. Survived. Everybody's got the LC brand. They don't really understand what their focus is, or they become a Seath. They all saw Ragnarok, so you know there's the back and forth on what that could mean. Yeah. Snow's the only person who doesn't think everything is terrible because Sarah said, you know, save Cocoon. So obviously things have to be great. So let's get on this. Let's do this. Yeah. Let's see. So the paradigm system, just quick overview. You can have different people doing different things. Ravagers increase stagger count by a lot, but the stagger doesn't last long if it's all just Ravagers. Commandos can cause the stagger count to last longer, but they don't increase it a lot, but they do a lot of damage. They're more powerhousey. Sentinels are your defensive types. It's, you know, it's just that kind of deal. So you can do all sorts of different setups for all of this stuff. You can change them around. So like I could switch that one with that one. Yeah. You can also customize these on your own without generating the same way. You click on it, click on here, and you can come in here and switch any of these around if you want to. Just a lot of choices. You can now see the status of everybody. The level up system is this. It's the Crystarium. You can level up in jobs. You get Crystarium points. We have 101 on her. You basically just hold down the button and then it spins the points, and you can direct the flow that it spins those points however you see fit. Generally speaking, depending on what you choose, your characters will grow in a way that you would prefer them to grow. See, for Snow, that's the best he's going to get as far as a Ravager goes. But he can also grow in his other deals. And as you progress through the game, you'll get more options as far as how you can grow and how much you can grow, things like that. So there's a lot of choice. If you grind really hard, you can max that thing out all the time. And then it's just a matter of preference at that point, what you want to do. We have have some new weapons. And then the data log, of course, is always going to have blinking something on it. I'm not going to spend all the time in the world to clear that out every time. So, I guess without further ado, we can get to the farming, y'all. So even though it saw me before because I moved out of its range and it stopped being able to see me, that's enough for me to be able to surprise attack it because I have a really bad visual range. Again, you get your Christogen points, that's how you level up. Target time, initiative bonus, of course, battle duration, points per second, then you make your points, tech points, which really haven't come into play yet. I don't think... So we also got this new shop, the B&W Outfitters. It's just one of those deals that you can get. Later you'll also get the ability to upgrade equipment. I do not think we'll unlock that in this section. Probably gonna play for hour and a half to 2 hours on this game, and then depending on how I feel, I may continue to play this game, or I may decide to switch to a different game, just depending. Give her some extra magic.
That's a lot of enemies.
I don't know. So let's play, have a good time, y'all. Just like to describe the mechanics for anybody new who's coming in this early in the game. If anybody has any questions, just ask. I certainly don't mind going back over anything that I've already talked about once or at this point. Doesn't really bother me at all. I didn't get a surprise on these guys. Just trying to get up to that chest. So she does have this rune ability, which is pretty strong. It's magic based for the commando. It ends up being really strong. It also has range, so can't beat it, right? Ranged attacks in most games are pretty OP. Lost my audio for a second, which means I probably need to plug her in. So give me just a second, y'all. Alright, that problem shouldn't come back for the stream. Whew. I hope I didn't sound terrible right there, and I hope you guys still had audio for the game at least. So we're just totally going to jump on this. Totally safe. No foreseeable problems there. Certainly nothing could have gone wrong.
Magic may be cursed, but it makes us stronger, doesn't it? What's to stop us from putting it to good use?
Nobody, Snow, but you're way too optimistic for the rest of the party. Equivalent. Levels will be basically equivalent throughout the game. So that is also a thing. I already maxed his Ravager up. ranked up. I don't know why I keep losing my connection with this thing. Need to get a new headset, y'all. Need to get a wired headset. Nobody likes you, Snow. That's not true. I like
We
Snow a
fight
lot.
it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the
Dude's
hell it does?
super
You're
optimistic.
grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them.
How do you know?
If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze! Place your hands behind your heads.
Sure.
You fall off the purge train?
Maybe.
Or are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Freeze!
And that's why Lightning's a badass. She's like, meh, whatever. I got this. Command. I already know how to do that. I've been doing that the whole game. Just the one pump. That was fast. Glad that blitz hit more than one person.
I thought they'd be tougher than that. This guy's a psychop, yeah? Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Yeah, but SciComm's an anti-pulse task force. They haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier that's got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, but SciComm's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
I'm gonna reset this adapter real quick, guys.
Then let's
Nope. Use the Logitech headset. And use Logitech headset. Hello, hello, hello. Game died, y'all. Well, it's a good thing I didn't make it very far. I can do all that again pretty quick. Alright, let's get back to where we were, y'all. Can't believe that killed the game. This computer's so old. That's alright, we'll get it fixed. Alright, I'm back at the start here. So we're gonna come back around this way. Looks like these guys. Got the surprise attack again. Dunsky. Alright, now we're gonna get back over here. Open this chest again. New weapon for our girl. Thanks for Neil's the best. She's so positive and cute. Can't help but like cute, positive girls. Well, I mean, you could, but why would you? You know what I mean? I don't know if we got it. Yeah, we did. Yeah, boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just probably because of my playstyle more than anything else, we will probably have more 5 stars than most other possible outcomes for how things go. Like I said, it's straight up probably just because of my playstyle. So stat increases on the Crystarium apply to every class at once, not just to one. Saz and Hope are probably my least favorite characters in this game, because they're both kind of whiny, and that's one of the big reasons I wasn't a huge fan of Final Fantasy X. The characters were really whiny.
Magic may be cursed, but it makes us stronger,
Hope is a
doesn't it?
poop.
What's to
You are
stop us from
correct.
putting it to
He
good
is
use?
so whiny. Just whines and whines and whines.
We fight it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them. If I were a
That's
betting
true.
man,
It's good music.
I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it.
Are you a betting man,
We have the
Saz?
power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
Freeze!
My side. Specifically my side. That's whose side I'm on.
Place your hands behind your heads.
You fall off the purge train?
If they say no, are you
Maybe.
gonna believe them?
Talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Show him some power. Wait, no. And she literally beats the tar out of the rest of you. I'm gonna skip the tutorial again. There's no point. There was another one left. If I'd waited just a couple seconds longer, I could have got both of them.
Thought they'd be tougher than that. Guy's a psychop, yeah? Supposed to be cream of the crop.
Yeah, but SciComm's an anti-pulse task force. Haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular
Yeah,
old soldier
basically.
who's got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
She's
Cut the crap.
pretty strong, you know.
Their grunts might be green, but SciComm's elites are
Also, right now
cold-blooded
she's got
beasts.
the highest
They
level
hit
in
the field and
Commando,
it's
which
game
gives her
over.
the highest strength stat of everybody.
Uh-oh.
And
Then
if I
let's run
remember
away.
100% correctly,
Wait,
it's
hey,
either
hey, wait.
Lightning or Fang that have the best stats for Commando. Like, they're the number ones
What's a man to do?
in those sections. I'd have to look again, but I think stat-wise those two have the highest. Just like Snow is the best Sentinel for defense. And by far, I might add. Our flyers. Everything in this first stage is so easy to kill when you finally get experience. So that's a big thing in this game. You can actually interrupt people if you hit them like during a cast or when they're going to do an attack. You have to reset their cast or attack animation. They still usually do whatever it is they were going to do, whether it's an attack or cast or whatever. But you can at least interrupt it.
That doesn't look...
Creepy frogs. Frog poles, really. Like tadpole frogs. Yeah, more interrupts. They're wrecking the crud out of Snow right now. He's with his butt kick. I don't know why he's getting beat up so bad, but he's getting wrecked on.
No problem.
4 stars. Sad day. Oh, this isn't the right way to go, so that's the way I'm gonna go. Alright. Let's go ahead and bump some levels again. And he's maxed out, y'all. Real easy. We'll mess with saws and hope as we need them, and as we have to use them as party members. Not before, because there's some specifics that I'd like to do to them as far as leveling goes. This group I'm gonna use more often than anybody. I'm gonna switch in Fang for Lightning if I make switches. So how you been, Wolfie? You doing alright? You know, most of this game is usually fighting flora and fauna on one planet or the other. Final Fantasy XIV, nice. It's an enjoyable game. Maybe if I get my new computer built, I'll be able to get back in on it and do good. So, give you a free month. Nice. Very nice. It's an enjoyable game. It's got good story, it's got good mechanics. You know, it's reminiscent of the old school grind for all of these kinds of games. I do not have Amazon Prime because I'm cheap. I don't have a whole lot of
Weird, isn't it?
subscription type
All the
services.
messed up ways to meet.
I am a poor
I might as well
boy.
make
I'm a
introductions.
poor family.
I'm Snow. Snowvilliers.
I have other things that I'd like to save up for. I'd like to get a home lab built up
What about her?
and work on some computers, servers, have like my own AD stuff running and all that, just so that I can get better
It's
at
not
my
right.
work.
My kids have to get dragged into this.
I'll keep the kids out of trouble.
And I really need a new computer. This old
Problem with
clunker's
that is,
making
you're one
it,
of them.
but barely.
Hey,
Trying to take on the post-foul C. That was our first mistake. We should have left it to the Sanctum. Why not? I mean, we've counted on the Sanctum's foul C for food, water, everything we've needed since the time we were born.
but you still helped us do it. Why is that? Gotta be something.
There might have been. Not so sure anymore.
Wow.
It's kind of racist that this music is playing during Saz's little bit. Yeah, Western music in an ice cave while the colored person is talking. That doesn't come across as slightly racist. I don't know what would.
Survivors now. Don't sweat it. I'll take care of this.
Dang. I thought I was going to be able to get it. That's true. The Japanese do not. That was a bad time.
No problem.
Phoenix down I had to use earlier. Not really. Even if you change his weapons, they don't really change a whole lot. He's basically fisticuffs the whole time. Like, even his weapon is weird. So right now his weapon is called Wild Bear. There's also the Power Circlet, which I'm not going to equip, because I'm going to need him to use some magic here in a little bit. And I need his magic to be a little bit strong, specifically for a fight that's coming up. That he will be doing on his own. So I need his magic to kind of be on point. I like the ATB Go, active time battle type fighting style versus just turn-based, because it just adds an extra element. And I like that you can actually send off multiple attacks early in this game. I do really enjoy the fighting style for this one. I think they did a good job on adjusting this one from 12. The free roam mechanic in 12 was nice, but at the same time it didn't seem to work well. You like turn-based like 10? I mean, the turn-based system has its perks. The turn-based system definitely has some perks to it, but there's also like definite downside. To me, it just seems a little cheap, the fact that yeah, I mean, it's hard to block the big stuff, but like, it seems cheap that you have as much time as you need to decide on your course of action. There's no sense of urgency to picking like what move you want to do or anything else. If you wanted to, you could literally just step away from the game without pausing or anything, and there'd be no negatives. You know what I mean? There would be no reason not to. But in a game like this, or a live fighting game, or like Final Fantasy VII, when ATB was a big deal back then too, you have to think on the fly. Granted, you can throw it into wait mode, where when you're like in a menu choosing your ability, all the ATB gobs stop charging, which a lot of people in some games take large advantage of, because like ATB gobs stop, but
I'll get you out of there.
running out and actually committing an attack that you'd already queued up does not stop.
Thanks.
So like your guy starts to do their attack, you drop in somebody else's menu, all the gauges stop, but your attack finishes, and then you can queue up the next thing.
This is goodbye.
Lightning! You're just gonna leave her?
SciComm will be here soon. If they find us, we're all dead. You think Sarah'd want that? You think you know how she feels?
If I leave her, then I'll never know. We'll be fine. I can handle anything they throw at us. No one will die. I'll
Pretty brave
protect
fool.
Sarah and Cocoon.
Does she look protected to you?
I can save her!
What can you possibly do?
Whatever it takes!
Angry big sis versus naive boyfriend.
Too hopeless. You just can't admit it. You want to stay as much as he does.
Remember that scorpion tank type deal?
Huh?
It's
Whoa,
back.
whoa!
No! No! No, no, no! Not now!
Stand back!
They dropped all that way and survived. I wish it would, Eho. Come on.
I can't stop now.
It's twice in this playthrough, y'all. It's alright. Just one character, though. Just one.
The train fell too. I wonder what else is down here.
Foreshadowing much. Skip that cutscene, just get right in battle. Wish I could just quickly skip this, but it won't let you.
I can't stop now.
Why is lightning so weak right now? Switch to Sentinel mode here in a second. Just to lower the damage. She's got 300 health. Yeah. Paradigm system, I get it.
We gotta win this! We gotta win this!
having to do this in this battle. It sucks.
Stay sharp. Just stay out of my way.
Done. I really hate having to do that paradigm shift. They do it on purpose so that
You're leaving?
have to.
We want to help Sarah too. But without tools, we could be digging for days. The army's on our trail. So for now, we gotta keep moving. For now.
So I just abandoned her and saved myself?
What about your focus? What happened to banding together and saving the world? Isn't that what you promised? Now you want to forget it all and die right here?
You're damn right he does. That's his girl.
You're nothing but talk.
Ooh. Full of shit, Snow. You know nothing, Snow.
I'll
Which is
do
true
whatever
in
it
this
takes.
sense. He really knows
I'll
absolutely
finish
nothing, it
this
seems.
focus and keep Sarah safe. That's my promise.
Great job so far.
The new
Stay out of trouble.
Sephiroth? No. Not even close. In fact, I don't think there's another villain in Final Fantasy who's anything like
going.
Sephiroth. He's kind of a jerk in the second game, that's for sure.
Later.
Okay.
Especially considering Sarah is the main protagonist in the second game. All the BS that goes on there.
Snow.
Do it. Do it, you little punk.
Save it for next time, kiddo. You'll get left behind.
But
It's okay, Hope. Light'll take care of you. We'll meet again.
Like, this was his chance to actually say something. You
Yeah.
let my mom die.
count on it.
You let my mom die, and I hate you. Please die. That's all he had to say. Yeah, you could have done that too. That'd have been a perfect, like, get back at you. Just right in the nads.
I'll get you out of there.
Like, he's gonna be digging for days with that spike to try to get her out.
Count on it.
And, like, what happens if he accidentally hits the wrong crystal and it breaks part of her? She comes back and her leg's, like, all messed up. Doesn't seem like a well thought out plan there, Snow.
Maybe we shouldn't have let too much
Tech for
on.
that, huh? Yeah, but, like, she has to survive. She comes back and her foot's broke off. She dies from blood loss before they get to tech. somebody who can fix her foot or replace her foot. And then how bad's he gonna feel? Killed his fiancée. I hope I got that as a surprise attack. I should have. Of course not. I mean, not wrong. It is in the JRPG genre. They do have a lack of common sense in a lot of these games. It's part of the reason they're so good, though. Because who just wants real world in the game? Most of the reason most of us play games is so we can get away from the real world, right? Play simulators. You do play simulators. I have heard you talk about playing American trucker simulators. So that is true. Addictive. Relaxing and addictive to be a trucker. My uncle would cry tears of joy to hear you say so.
I hope So's okay.
Even in a video game life for me, I'm not doing it. No thanks. One of my uncle's favorite stories tell us that he got given a bear tranquilizer so somebody could sleep with him at a truck stop one time. To be fair, my uncle's a little cracked in the head, y'all, so take that with a grain of salt. Also, I think some truckers could have better options out there. I don't think my uncle's number one on the good-looking trucker list. Dude, apparently those ice road truckers really make some bank. Like, super books. I don't have a whole lot of experience with any ice road truckers or anything, but apparently they make like levels of money where, yeah, they make like enough money where if they work for like half the year, they're set for the whole year.
Do not shake the slippery tube. Be cool on this. Do not shake the slippery tube.
Just run off the side, it's fine.
If you look down, you should close your eyes.
Yeah, Toad's gonna close my eyes and then jump off this slippery tube. It's exactly what I want to do. "52 days. I got that one. Stronger too. But get that stagger, don't matter. everything. That sounds terrible, Wolfie. I'm glad I don't live in Snowland like you do. It's still snowing up there right now, isn't it? Posted a picture like a few days ago. It was snowing this morning. Dry snow? Ooh, this one's gonna be rougher. Not there. Gotta look up enough to make this real easy. So icy in the morning on the way to work and completely clear in the afternoon. It's way better than it is down here. I mean, we get that too, like all year round. All year round, every season.
This if you don't say something.
Words won't change anything. Next time we meet, he'll learn exactly how I feel.
Yeah. It is the desert, and it is wonderful and terrible at the same time. Hope is like that hopeless guy who's like, I'm gonna tell her how I feel, and then he always chickens out before he says anything. Like he can't actually express his feelings. It's like 95% of this game for him. He wants to tell Snow to F off, and I hate you, please die, and all this stuff, and he never does it for most of the game. It's just like, I can't. He's bigger than me and I'm a coward. He wishes. He wishes.
Dead end, huh?
Hey! Lightning! Over here!
This thing's a wreck.
We all kind of
I don't
wish.
think we can use it.
I mean, Vanille's real cute, y'all. She's several hundred years old. Not that you know that in this point of the game, but technically, as far as legality standpoint goes, she's totally of age.
Looks operational.
And beyond. That's how you fire guns, y'all. You just hit it with a sword. So close. You think so? I still don't think that's how you shoot guns. I don't think hitting the trigger, like just hitting the bottom of a gun is just gonna make it go off every time. Seems a little unreasonable. That was good timing on my part. Beautiful. We've got all the weak ones out of the way. We just gotta fight the strong ones. Just right. Wasted that attack. If only it was a super sword. She's got the basic sword right now.
Yes!
It's really hard to advance all the weapons in this game to their final stage and level to the strongest ones. I mean, Vanille's the only one who's not like super panicked. She's just upset because the group's all grumpy about it and keeps saying that the place that she's from is evil. I mean, that's fair, I think. If everybody was like, yeah, they're the worst, they're evil, they're the scum, you know, and you know, you're in that group and you happen to be from that area and know that maybe not everything that everybody thinks about the place is true, I think it's kind of reasonable to be like, you know, I'm a little upset about this. Battle techniques. Just a second, y'all. I'm telling you, like, even in German social studies, that's gotta be hard. So now I know all the weaknesses. Yay! Weak to fire and water. So weak to basically everything. History is written by the victor. 100% of the time. If you time those shifts just right, it auto kills you far. You gotta knock him down. Gotta knock him down. Done. And now up the hill to grab our treasure.
Look at that. They're sending in cruisers.
I have a lot of good conversations, interesting conversations with my brother Jeremy. He's real into history and he looks at alternate histories and all sorts of stuff. Really crazy things. Hey Terrence, let's hunt for treasure. Terrence and Philip, huh? Oof, oof. Guess who be down there?
Sweep D, form ranks.
They must be hunting down Purge survivors.
Nah,
I hope everyone made it out okay.
So do I.
probably not. It'll be a way different
Nowhere
world.
safe for them now.
I think there's a TV show about it, honestly.
Just cause they
It's
share the
supposedly
neighborhood with
really
a foul
good. I've never
seed.
watched it.
They get treated like post-tainted rats.
I think Big Hero or Big Six
People
Hero
really
or
hate
something.
Pulse, don't they?
There's a huge fan theory that it's in
hate.
a world where Germany won. Germany and
Like
Japan.
fear. Tens of millions of people, all scared of
It's like a
Pulse
kids
boogeyman.
movie, but it's kind of an interesting fan theory.
Maybe.
If you look it up, it's pretty
Shaking
crazy.
in their beds every night if they knew that the sea like us were around.
But they'd purge that entire town.
It's crazy, I know. But the Sanctum Foul Sea did nothing to stop it. Up until now, Eden's always stepped in to correct their errors in judgment.
Just imagine the difference in technology we'd have.
Guess
Not
humans
even
aren't
necessarily
worth the
advancements,
effort.
but like just how
Figure they'll
different
let
things
us
could have
just
been.
kill each other off.
Different forms of energy,
The
different
sea are
forms of
not
everything.
human.
Listen, you.
Imagine
that's
like the
enough.
different structures and I mean the whole 9 yards. It's all different. Your girl just got onto you, hope. Or what you wish was your girl, I guess.
We're still alive.
'Cause you're never
That's
gonna get
something.
any. Not from that girl, anyway.
What?
Where is it?
I don't know.
There! They're sealing off the area. They're trying to trap the stragglers. We gotta get moving before we're caught in the net.
We gotta go! Gots to go. You know, the whole world would be different in a lot of ways if a lot of people did a lot of... I mean, there's a lot of things that could and should be different in today's world and just aren't. Not necessarily saying that Germany should have won or anything like that, but... You know... It's just one of those half a dozen of one, half a dozen of the other kind of scenarios. Everything could be way different than it is in more ways than you could count. Could you imagine? Like, if Kennedy wasn't shot, if the US and Canada had decided to be the same country when they were helping each other out in, you know, earlier times, like if Texas and Mexico had gotten along differently, if, you know, we had lost the Alamo battle in a different way, if, you know, yeah, imagine that. That would be a way different North American way of life, for sure. There's so many different ways that things could have gone so differently. That's true. That is true. Nobody will acknowledge that because, you know, everybody doesn't think of Canada as a huge militant country. As to the rest of the world, at least America, can't say for any other country. They may think of Canada differently than we do. But I know for, like, America, we think of y'all as a pretty peaceful guy. Yeah. They don't tell you that, though. They absolutely do not tell you that. Explains a lot about our SEALs, too, if you really think about it. Why they're so different and have such different values and thoughts on so many different things. She's maxed out, right? No, not even close. I don't think she was maxed out. Get that arrow. It's a strong move. Got a Deceptisol out of that. That's nice. Fortisol's really good too, but Deceptisol's always nice. I think if you attack a team with a Deceptisol on, like purposefully run into them while you have a Deceptisol equipped, you get that Deceptisol back. I can't remember if that's 100% or if I just think that's a thing, but I think that's a thing.
How high is this thing? I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I opened that from real far away.
Really have to go this way? I'm too old for this.
I wish I could jump like that for real. See how far she jumps? And it's basically from a standing position. She might as well just be standing still. Ah, that's it. Getting too old for this?
Stay sharp.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had some kind of trademark on his line. It's a Hollywood kind of thing to do. Movie star kind of thing to do. I wish I could say that the people we have acting in the theater on screen were good people, but most of the time they're foolish. And everybody knows it, but they all somehow still think that their opinions on things are smart or intelligent or better than everyone else's. Don't get me wrong, I think my opinion's generally pretty good, but I'm just hanging out.
Whoa, this whole place is crystal.
You can agree with or disagree with anything that I say, and I'm okay with that.
I wonder what it'd be like.
Just remember, I'm
To
willing
become
to
a
argue
crystal.
about it if I need to.
You're gonna complete your focus?
Maybe. If I knew what it was.
That's exactly right.
Probably don't want to know.
You can have any opinion that you want, just don't force it down
Hey,
everybody
Lightning.
else's throat.
Did Sarah say anything to you about her focus?
100%
Nothing.
correct.
You know what? She probably didn't want to worry you.
Or she just didn't think she could trust me.
Or she didn't know what her focus was, just like you don't know what your focus is. Act all high and mighty and stab people in the back. That sounds a little rough. But yeah, that kind of sounds like a lot of the people we have acting. Wars is alive? What are you talking about, Weeb Wars? VA industry. You talking about like Veteran Affairs industry? Is that what you mean by VA industry, Wolfie? Our acronyms may not be voice actors. You know, I've definitely heard about some bad stuff going down in voice actor areas here recently. Some of my favorite voice actors are fine. Some voice actors turned out to be garbage people. I mean, I think that's every industry though, really. Like, you're always gonna have those people in any and every industry that are just not good people. They're just terrible people. Not saying anything against any of them or anything like that, but it's just the fact of the matter. You know? The reason that the IT industry has such a booming rise in security positions nowadays is because there are some real scummy people in IT who will steal and use data all the time. I like to think that most of us aren't that way, but I can't honestly say that we're not, because that's called lying. Like, it's the biggest, one of the fastest growing industries right now. I'm telling you, information is a gold mine. It is the new diamond. Some information that's even mined out and found by people is so stupid worthless, though. Like, I would hate to have been the dude who spent hundreds of years to find out some worthless piece of junk on some politician or something, just to be like, oh wait, there was... nobody cares. You know? I hate to say it, I'm not a huge fan of the guy. I don't hate him or anything, like some people seem to. I don't agree with everything he's done. He's done some okay things and some not great things, but like, we all knew what Trump was when we elected Trump. And none of us are surprised by any of the stuff that comes out about this man. We all knew this. Everything was baked into the cake on that one. I mean, yeah, some of the problem is some of the marketing for some of the information is just bad. Like, they just take it to the wrong source. You're hoping your dude guy was better. What's his name? Justin Trudeau? Is that right? Trudeau? I don't know that I'm pronouncing his last name right. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Trudeau? It's like a deer. Nice. Yeah, I imagine that he's probably a meme in Canada as well, but he's definitely a meme here. He's been in so many different memes. I don't speak la Franchise. I barely speak any Espanol. Muy poquito. I mean, Trump's got all that personality behind him, you know. The orange skin. I mean, it honestly looks like Trump has had like the worst spray tan for years, and nobody told him until he was starting to get elected. And then by then he was just like, meh, I'll keep it. Trump did go bankrupt a bunch of times, though. To be fair, he never went completely bankrupt. He just had some of his companies go bankrupt. And he usually used another company to bail that company out. So, I mean, there's that. And it very well could have been just bad managers. You know, I'm not saying I know everything about how Trump ran his businesses. Bad management's 95% of the reason that most companies go under or have huge problems, so I would not be surprised if that was also the case for him. You never know. You never know. Speaking of bad managers, I read a survey, it wasn't too terribly long ago, I don't think, about why people quit working places, and 95% of the time it's not because the job's too hard or anything like that. 95% of the time apparently it's because management's bad. Does that say for the management system in America? I don't know if that's true in other countries, but here apparently it's the boss. Yeah, exactly. You have a bad boss, that's why you quit the job. It had nothing to do with anything else, you just hated the boss. Having quit from some jobs for that exact reason, I can see it. I can absolutely see that being like a legitimate reason to want to leave a workplace. It's because the boss is just bad. It's one of those things too, like sometimes if a really good boss goes to another company, he takes half the good, like all the good staff with him. You know, because they would rather work for him than work for the company that they're at, even if they've spent years working for that company, because they know he's a good boss and he treats them well. It's just, you know, it's the old school policy and thought process, you know, back in the days when there were, you know, pensions and things like that, where if you treat your people right, your people will stay with you. And it, as far as I've ever been able to tell, it's absolutely true. It is. It's super rare. And even now, like the few companies that still seem to care about their employees, slowly their policies are changing to where they're not treating their employees as well. Like, and it's small changes over time that get there too. Like where I work, insurance was free for a long time, and now for employees, and then you had to pay if you got your, you know, significant other or anybody covered. And now, you know, it's not much, but you have to pay like what, $5, $10 a paycheck for insurance. It still has basically the same coverage. Some things are a little bit more expensive and the like, but basically the same coverage. But now employees have to pay, you know, it's a small amount. Yeah. Do that. You know, this is an opinion that a lot of people will probably disagree with, but I'm one of the few people who you will probably hear say that I think minimum wage is a terrible idea. If you are not getting paid enough money to live on, don't work there. Period. Like, done deal. Don't work there. Just don't. If you are not making enough to live on, don't work there. Or demand higher wages. it should not be viewed the way it is viewed. That asking for a raise is such a terrible thing. And it's just the business culture that's caused that to happen. Because they don't want you to ask for a raise. They don't want you to know how much you're worth. They don't want to have to pay you. You know? I mean, it comes down to, are you willing to work for that amount of money? If not, go somewhere else. There will be somebody out there who'll pay you better. And if a company goes under because they're not willing to pay their employees what they need to live, then a company goes under. Just my personal opinion, but that's how you get a fair wage. And that's how you get better employees. Because if you know that the employees that you hire are going to demand to be paid, you know, and expect to get raises and be paid correctly, you're going to spend more time and more effort making sure that you get the right people who are going to stay around. Because you don't want to spend a whole bunch of time in the hiring process if they're just going to leave. Like, that would be next to insane. Or you're going to spend a bunch of time and effort on somebody who's just going to leave and pay them a lot. You're going to try to find the people that are right for the job. Right for the job, right for the culture, the workplace, you know, the whole 9 yards. This has gotten super political. Anyway, I guess that'll be my piece on that. I'm going to let that one go. My bad, y'all. I didn't mean to go off like that. Transformation catalyst. I'll call that my little bit for now. Yeah, I might just set this all back. You did bring it up. That's true. Thanks for not laying all the blame on me, Wolfie. Appreciate that. That's why I like you, Wolfie. That's why I like you. Because you're willing to take credit for what you did. Not many people are. A lot of people are willing to take credit for what other people do. Especially if it's good. But man, people are real quick to pass credit off to other people when it's something bad. Not that I necessarily blame them, but it's just kind of crummy. So close. I also think that participation trophies and entitlements pretty bad deal. I agree with you on that one as well. Yeah, let's try to stay away from the politicizing. I'd like to have a few viewers from time to time, and I'm sure if people come in here and listen to me talk about sure if I got a bunch of people coming in, stopping by to watch the stream, and they just hear me start talking about politics or something, I'm gonna lose a lot of viewers. Yeah, got a third guy show up. Sweet. Oh, they're probably gone already, but you know, can you blame them? Oh, I haven't asked yet. How's the audio been today? Better? It's kind of a good mix between my voice and the game audio. Sweet. I meant to ask earlier. I'm doing a lot better on my streams and stuff. Averaging more viewers than I have in a long time. You know, I'm getting more common stream times going, consistent times. So it's kind of nice. Not so boomerish. Oh, that's good. There's a treasure chest. Yeah.
Do you think we ought to be heading this way?
I mean, in theory, yeah. It's so bad when Veneer gets hit. That moan is just... I mean, do you hear that shit?
Just
Something really inappropriate. It's a moan for sure. That's without a doubt. I think we can all agree on that one. The voice acting. Could you imagine having to be the voice actor and it tells you moan, and you decide that's the moan you need to go for? I mean, there's some people into that kind of thing, Luffy. Some people into that kind of hitting and moaning like that, I'm telling you. They exist. They're out there. I can't even imagine that. I'm a vanilla.
Stop worrying, Sass.
Oof. I haven't even watched it. My wife's asked me to watch that with her several times, and I cannot bring myself to watch that show. Just can't do it. I mean, I could do it, I just won't do it. You had to? Why did you have to? That sounds to me like there was some other impetus to cause you to watch that show.
You okay now?
I bet it was rough. I hear the book's real rough too.
Wow.
Did y'all share a place? Did she move in with you, or did you move in with her? You moved in with her? Yeah. I guess you could have been sleeping in the truck then. Oof.
stay close.
I want to look around.
Please don't.
Neil!
Dragon.
Over here!
I'd be running too. That's fair. Not doing any tutorials. Yeah, grab Sass's gun and miss every shit, huh? You mean every shot,
It's
and
charging
then
up.
shat your pants.
Charging.
Sounds
What are
about
you
right.
talking about? Charging for what?
Charging for its butt
Its
cannon.
last moments.
I feel like probably not able to see anymore. Oh, I am. I missed it that time.
I appreciate it.
Wasted that potion. Dang it.
Just stay out of my way. Stay sharp.
Trying to get this swap down so that I can do more damage.
Just stay out of my way.
Got the stagger up on it. So now that I got it staggered and use Ruin, it's got Barrier, which gives it higher physical defense, not magic. Boom, Dunskies. Only a 3-star though. Boo. Synergist and Saboteur. Both really good rolls. Actually, Saboteur is a super good roll for building up stagger. Using a
Come on, hop to it. Let's
dual
go.
Saboteurs, I think, is the only way for most bosses that you can get 999% extra damage from a stagger. And you can keep stacking that stagger and making it last longer and longer with a Saboteur as well. It's pretty great.
This'll make things easier.
Uh-huh. Yeah, knowing our luck, it's probably missing an engine.
You shouldn't be so negative.
And you shouldn't
Yeah.
get your hopes up.
Also, yeah. An owl. Alright, and I think right here is where we're going to call this game for tonight. I should be able to stream some tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple errands in the morning, and then I should be free in the afternoon for some streaming, and then I've got a RPG to play at a shop in the afternoon tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. But yeah, we'll continue from here next time. So you guys all have a good night, and thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope it was enjoyable for you all.